Jeremy, you gotta record a video.
Holy crap, I'm back! Oh my god, 6 months. It's been insane, guys. I mean, a lot has happened to me in 6 months. Been working jobs, been trying to get my life kind of in a more stable position. A lot of things have happened, such as, I moved! And, just the world has been changing around me in really neat ways. So forgive me if I haven't been releasing anything. I promise that this is the start of a new era of Nassuvlog and just the channel in general. You're finally gonna be seeing those videos I promised you, those games that I've been promising you. You're going to get what you deserve. My loyal and faithful fans, all 30 of you. We're gonna be finishing Sonic Generations. We finally have everything we need to finish it. All we gotta do is just find the time and we can knock that sucker out. And that is exactly what we need. Expect new games from me. I got Dark Souls for my computer. Oh boy, we're gonna have some fun with that. And just a lot of new videos coming out, just in various content. Just hold on. It won't take as long as last time, trust me. You're gonna get something. Let's talk about some things that may have happened in the last 6 months. Such as some stuff with Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and other Toku stuff. As in, it's now time for Toku time. Alright, first off, let's talk about Kamen Rider Wizard. Oh my god, it's a chore to watch. 6 months ago in February, I remember talking to you guys about, Wizard Infinity and Beast Hyper, about how the designs were kind of cool, and I was really hoping for a power play to be made and all their little stuff. And I was talking about how Wizard had the potential to save itself from just being this boring show. And we're literally like less than 10 episodes away. We've got a handful of episodes left. And now we're getting to the point. I mean, we've had months, we've had a year to finally have this show, get down and be a really good show, and not a good writer design, not a good cast could save it. And Wizards it's upsetting, really. I mean, it's because you have the makings of a great show. You have every possible little ingredient you need to make a good show, but you don't have it here. It takes everything it's got and it just throws it away. And it's just disappointing. Luckily though, soon with the ending of one writer, we get the advent of another. Kamen Rider Gaim or whatever. It's a fruit samurai is what it is. Fruit samurais dancing, a reggae soundtrack, and feudal Japan allegories. I mean, it might be cool. I mean, chances are it'll either be utterly insane or just another snore fest. And I'll be honest with you, if it's just another snore fest, well, I'm just gonna have to bail. I mean, I like Kamen Rider, but there's plenty of other series I could watch instead. And speaking of other just boring shows, let's talk about Ultraman Ginga. Granted, this is my first Ultraman series, and I know it's not exactly the most normal Ultraman series. Most Ultraman series are more of slow sci-fi stuff, which I might try getting into. I did watch a couple episodes of the original series, so I did lie. It's not my first Ultraman. The first Ultraman I saw was, the original. But this is the one I tried to dedicate myself to watching, and I can't even get through the second episode. I mean, it's just boring. It's very by the numbers and designs and stuff like that. It's definitely made for a younger audience and pretty much there to kind of celebrate, Ultraman, but I don't think it really gets the point. But next we have, the ship that sailed, Kyoryuger, or the current Super Sentai Kyoryuger. I kind of missed the boat on that. From what I originally saw, it was just, boring. Not boring. I just didn't like the design. It looked just stupid and ugly, and I really liked Go Busters because it was dark and it was interesting. It was all tactical and awesome there. But, Kyoryuger looked stupid and dumb. but it was fun. And I guess that's probably my problem. I wasn't expecting a dumb, fun series to really catch on. But then, of course, it's got Koichi Sakamoto, it's got some really great characters, and I guess I just missed the boat. What I'll probably do is once a good sub of the entire series has been collected, I'll just pick it all up and watch it in its entirety. Because from what I understand, it's a great series and I should definitely give it a shot. Well, the other thing that happened in the last 6 months, Akiba Ranger. Oh man, Akiba Ranger Season 2. Oh that was fun. No matter what you said about it, if you like Akiba Ranger Season 1, Season 2 definitely was its own monster. And I kind of liked it for that. It was less of a parody of Super Sentai and more of a celebration of it, which is really good. I think that a series like that should be more about showing off what's great about it and celebrating that rather than just making fun of it the whole time. And, you had some really funny laughs, you got some great original stuff that you really didn't know about, like the eyes for Die Ranger. You just... really great stuff, like the Powerful Rangers stuff going on there. Oh man, it was so much fun. And the ending, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but the ending is just, it's perfect. It's perfect for that kind of series. But on the other spectrum, we got stuff that just, well, wasn't good. Well, I mean, of course, Wizard isn't good, is what I opened with, but GARO, the new series, oh, I want to talk about dead fish in the water. I mean, it's just, ugh. It's got nothing. It's lazy, and it's weird talking about something related to GARO that's lazy. Usually that's the kind of series that, you keep having a lot of really dedicated work, great art, great directing, but, just this series is lazy acting, lazy writers, and just not fun, not good, and boring. I mean, I feel that it just misses the point of what GARO needs to be. And then you go to talk about Power Rangers, Megaforce, Megaforce. What were you thinking? What were you thinking, Megaforce? I've never seen a cast that out of sync with each other. I've never seen a series that, well, actually I take it back, I have. It just seems to be that every one of these anniversary series just doesn't get the point. Wild Force just had a lot of problems of trying to be Gao Ranger without being Gao Ranger and suffered a lot in those respects. Operation Overdrive just was this absolute, they had all these ideas and just threw them at the wall and tried to see what stuck, and nothing stuck. They just kept throwing them at us. And even though they have the anniversary episodes, which are really cool, such as Forever Red or Once a Ranger, those are practically the only highlights of those series aside from design elements that, well, it's just taken from the Super Sentai stuff. So the problem there is that, well, why watch the rest of it when you have the best episodes in about 2 or 3 hours? And then Megaforce comes out and, well, Megaforce just isn't anything. It doesn't feel like a proper homage to Power Rangers. It doesn't feel like it's celebrating or anything. It's just, well, it's Megaforce with a really lazy Ghost Sager plot. And let's not even talk about how poorly the design is being handled or the merchandising. I mean, yeah, it might sell like crazy, but how many people do you actually see playing the card game or anything like that? Also, they're going to be using the Gokaiger suits as an upgrade. I mean, you're missing out a complete opportunity to have a lot of fun with that. I mean, it just feels like we're back in the original series where they were just reusing all their assets or not even really using the footage of the monsters. Once again, Saban, you did good before. You've done great. You did Power Rangers in Space and you did Light Rescue. You did Lost Galaxy. You've done great work. You did Time Force, for God's sakes. Just remember what made you great and give us that again. I want another RPM. I want another In Space. I want something real. I don't want something homogenized and taken away and constantly pandering to the nostalgia or just being lazy. Megaforce is that. Megaforce is lazy and pandering and boring. Don't give us that anymore. And that's it for the Toku time. That's everything I gotta say about Tokusatsu at the moment. I mean, that's 6 months a lot, but 6 months is a lot of time, but these kind of things, not a lot happens, especially this year's kind of been a cold fish. Other than Akiba Ranger Season 2, it's just kind of like, since I'm not on the Kyoryuger train, I just don't feel like there's a lot of hype. aside from Tokusatsu, you've got a lot of other cool, entertaining stuff to go for. Like in Transformers Prime, Season 3 happened, and that was great. Oh, with some respects, I think Starscream did suffer as a character during this season, and a lot of his development was betrayed in order for a little bit more humor, especially to sell up, Predaking and Shockwave as competent bad guys. Another thing is that the season was only 13 episodes long, which is about half as long as both seasons 1 and 2, but we can excuse this because the last episode was really satisfying, and they're gonna bookend it with a movie, which is gonna be cool. Predacons Rising does seem like a really cool movie coming out, and you know what? It's Transformers Prime. You've got great writers going on. There are rumors of the next series being done sort of in the style of Transformers Prime, but a little bit more lighthearted, which is understandable considering, especially with Transformers 4 coming out sooner or later. And just hope Bay doesn't ruin it. I mean, Transformers fans across the world, I know your pain. I'm with you. I carry this burden of understanding why those movies are bad. And, but speaking of giant robots, Pacific Rim was awesome. I mean, it's the movie for me. It's like the movie was written for me. It just hits every note in the most perfect way. Oh, the robots. Oh, I can't tell you how good this movie is. I really can't. You've got to go and see it. And unfortunately, it's not in theaters anymore because it didn't do like amazing, because came out like with Grown Ups 2. Ugh. Like, ugh. I don't see why that movie had to beat it out. It was a horrible movie. I remember we went with friends because it was my friend Cutefuzzyweasel's. It was his birthday. We wanted to go see the most horrible movie we could find, and we were gonna talk about it afterwards, and oh, that was gonna be fun. And we decided, fun, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go see Grown Ups 2. So we go in, we're going to see it, and like the very first minute of this movie is a deer like pissing on Adam Sandler, and we just were like, oh, it can't be this bad. It just can't. And it was. Like, we saw literally a minute and 30 seconds of that movie, got up and left, got our money back, and then we went to see The Lone Ranger. Which, it's not like horribly, well, it is horribly offensive, but in very different ways. It doesn't insult my intelligence, just insults my good taste. Lone Ranger, like as a movie, barring what you think about like the Native American representation of it, just boring. It just keeps going on and 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 on, and it doesn't accomplish anything. Like, it's just boring. There's no fun in that movie with like as many action sequences that they could just shove in there. Nothing happens. You win some, you lose some. Jerry Bruckheimer, pirates worked before, but it doesn't matter if it's pirates in the West. Next up, then to talk about, Man of Steel was pretty darn good. I honestly thought it was good, despite what other people say. And now I can look past certain things because they seem to get Superman right. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Now, in terms of video games, we got some cool stuff coming up. Pokemon X and Y are happening with Mega Evolutions and all that jazz. 3D environments, supposed to be in France. Cool. My problem is with the Mega Evolutions is that they're pretty much just Digi-evolutions, which I don't need in Pokemon. Like, I'd rather have a new Pokemon that does something cool and new than me turning a Blaziken into Mega Blaziken. And okay, sure, whatever. I don't need that. I want new things, not just old things, but cooler. Guild Wars 2 was recently named the fastest-selling MMO of all time. Now, what does that mean in the long run? I'm not quite sure. But because Guild Wars 2 does release a steady stream of content every 2 weeks, it could mean that they're going to have a continued player base, which would actually still increase. With it releasing in China soon, it may reach huge numbers, especially since they're going through a distributor, which sells huge A titles. And I had a lot of hard time writing this. It's kind of difficult writing some of these things, especially just pulling stuff out of thin air. Where do you start? But, I have a process. course, you know, coming back from, you know, that, kind of needed a little bit of help. So, forgive me, I've been a bit insane. But that's behind me now. And I just hope that I can start anew with new content and new videos and fun, happy times on my channel. So please, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, like, favorite, whatever you want to do. Share me. I don't care. Just know that Nassuman is here to stay and actually do something with his channel. Alright, Internet. Peace out.